Rightio Tazzanna beauties, let's get ready to kick some arch. Start off by getting a clean spoolie and brushing your hairs in place. Then we want to go in with Brett Friedman's brow pencil, which is a double-ended pencil, one with a lighter shade, one with a darker shade. We just want to start off by sketching in the lower line of the brow, so just enough to define where you want your brow to be. Using the spoolie, that's just going to help to distribute it further. I've gone in with some of Brett Friedman's brow gel. This is kind of like hairspray for the brows, so it's going to set the hairs in place. I found this easier to apply to pencil. Now I'm going in with the other end of the brow gel, which is basically a clean brush, and wiping away the excess. Going back in with the brow pencil, I find it much easier to start extending out that tail. And now we haven't filled in the beginning of the brow because we do want to use the spoolie to spread some of our product in there, so we've got a bit more of a gradient effect. Of course you can fill it in if you want that very defined Insta brow, where it does start off a bit on the blockier side, but I'm personally going for a bit more of a wearable day look. So finishing in by sketching in that tail a bit further. Hello. Don't mind me seducing you with my eyes. And now to define that brow, we're going in with a concealer. So I'm using Coastal Scents Eclipse palette, and I'm using quite a light shade, because when I blend this into my foundation later, it will pop as a highlight. So this is used to clean the bottom of the brow to really define the shape we've just given ourselves. So don't mind at the moment that it's not too blended, because this will be blended into foundation later when I go full face. Yeah, that's the stuff, baby. And now to set that all in place, we're going back in with the brow gel, which is just going to give it that final satin finish and keep it all in place till the early hours of the morning. Or, you know, whenever I decide to take off my face. Ah, beautiful, lovely. So now we're going to go in with the other brow and use another product, which is Brett Brow's Duo Shade Eyebrow Powder. So once again, we're going to start by going in with the Brett Brow Gel to keep everything in place, and now we're going in with the Duo Powder. I'm going to start with the medium brunette, the lighter shade. Sketching in, once again, going on the bottom and then defining that top layer. Don't we love close-ups of our glorious non-made-up skin? Oh, so delicious. So working on that tail to really define it. And now we're going in with a slightly darker colour, just to really emphasise those bottom lines in that tail. And as you can see in that area, we really didn't have much of that arch defined, so I've gone in with a very small angled brush, using the shape of the angled brush to actually get that inner corner. Now going back in with that Coastal Scents Eclipse palette to once again define the bottom of that brow shape and really show the line that we've just created and highlight the arch. Oh yeah, that's an arch highlight, alright. Now we're getting ready to kick some arch. So some tutorials would use brow gel to set the hairs in place first. You absolutely can, or you can do it at the end, or you can do both. Just depends on how curly or how unmanageable your brows can be. I personally don't have much in the brow department. My game is not strong, unless I draw said game on. I definitely would use it to set. Beautiful, lovely, glorious. Hold a brush vertically up to your nose to ensure that's where your brow is starting. Then you want to hold it diagonally so it's crossing through your iris. That sounded more violent than it needed to, so that will define where your arch is going to go, and then finally, quite diagonally to the corner of your eye will define where the brow is going to end. Thanks very much for watching. Hope your brow game is strong today.